For many years, a werewolf haunted an African kingdom. Every full moon, the beast claimed a soul from any village it could reach, leaving behind sadness and fear. The villagers, scared, locked their doors before nightfall, knowing the monster was hungry for human souls. Many brave men had attempted to confront the creature, drawn by the desperation to rid their kingdom of this curse. However, none had returned victorious. The werewolf remained, causing more sorrow and unanswered prayers. In this darkness, hope appeared one night under a bright silver moon. In the village, the midwife helped deliver 3 baby boys, Kofi, Chijioke, and Mubarak, born at the same time. Their cries filled the night like a beautiful song. This birth was special, a triple blessing that made the village curious. Elders remembered an old prophecy about 3 brothers born under a rare star alignment, destined to change the kingdom's fate. You are watching the Tales of the Savannah. Subscribe and be part of the tribe. Now let's get back to the story. As the brothers grew up, their strong bond brought unity and strength to the village. One day, after a tough training session that left them tired but excited, the 3 brothers talked with their mentor, a wise and experienced trainer. Sitting in the dim light of the training grounds, they felt a sense of urgency. "Master, we've been training since we were kids," Kofi, the eldest, said firmly. "We are ready. The werewolf still haunts our village, taking innocent lives. When can we fight this beast?" The youngest brother, Mubarak, leaned forward, his eyes eager and impatient. "Our people suffer while we train. When will we stop this monster?" Their mentor, a figure of wisdom and pride, looked at them with a mix of fondness and seriousness. "My young students, the time will come when the heavens say it's right. The prophecy says you will get a message, a sign that your destiny is here. Until then, be ready. The skills you've learned here will be your best help against the monster." That night, with a full moon glowing above the training grounds, the mentor sensed the time for the brothers to face the werewolf was near. The students left, understanding that the werewolf would claim another life tonight. They tried to sleep, but their rest was disturbed by the screams of a villager as the werewolf attacked again. One day, as the brothers ventured into the forest on a hunting expedition, an old woman, wise and draped in shawls, appeared before them. She confirmed their destiny and bestowed upon each brother a talisman aligned with their strengths. "Kofi, your patience will guide you. Chijioke, your search for knowledge will reveal the secrets of our land. Mubarak, your courage and adaptability will drive you against the terror in the moonlight," she said. The old woman assured them the time had come. They were ready to face the werewolf. With the location of the werewolf's lair told to them by the old woman, the brothers began their quest, determined to end the darkness that had trapped their kingdom for so long. As the brothers went deeper into the dark forest, the air felt heavy with fear. The werewolf's hiding place was ahead, hidden among old tree roots and covered by mist. Kofi, Chijioke, and Mubarak felt the weight of their destiny as they looked at each other, their faces showing both determination and doubt. Kofi, the careful older brother, broke the silence. "Since we were born, we've been told about this prophecy. What if it's wrong? What if we're just walking to our doom, becoming food for the monster?" Chijioke, the scholar, laughed a little. "Don't worry, brother. My research shows that the chance of having triplets is very rare, about 1 in thousands of pregnancies. Our birth is special and matches the prophecy, it's no mistake. But I understand your doubt." Mubarak, the youngest and most confident, spoke with certainty. "Brothers, this is what we were born for. Victory is our destiny. I've dreamed of this moment since I was young. We carry the hope of the whole kingdom, and we won't fail." The brothers had been preparing for this moment since they were babies. From a young age, they were given the best training available. Skilled warriors and wise scholars were brought in to teach them everything they needed to know. They learned to fight, to strategize, and to understand the world around them. Their days were filled with rigorous training sessions, both physical and mental, to shape them into the heroes they needed to become. At every important event, they were given the best seats. The villagers treated them with great respect and admiration. Whenever they walked through the village, heads would bow and whispers of encouragement would follow them. They were well fed with the best foods to keep their bodies strong, and they were clothed in fine garments that showed their importance. All this adoration felt to Kofi like a trap. It was as if they were cows being fattened for the market. The kingdom had placed so much hope and responsibility on their shoulders, and while the villagers' respect and admiration were meant to encourage them, Kofi sometimes felt suffocated by the weight of their expectations. The brothers, armed with silver knives and spears, stood in a moonlit clearing surrounded by the sounds of the night. Kofi scanned the area, Chijioke checked the weapons, and Mubarak readied the decoy. As the moon reached its highest point, a low growl echoed through the air. The werewolf, drawn by the scent of humans, emerged from the shadows. Kofi, Chijioke, and Mubarak stood ready, their silver-coated weapons shining in the moonlight. The fight was fierce. The werewolf's wild movements were matched by the brothers' teamwork. Kofi aimed his strikes carefully. Chijioke used his knowledge of the werewolf's weaknesses. Mubarak, full of courage, moved quickly to keep the beast guessing. Under the African moon, the battle continued. The werewolf fought hard, but the brothers, using their silver weapons and clever tactics, held their ground. The werewolf howled in pain as the silver wounded it. Chijioke took a deep breath and released an arrow. The arrow struck the werewolf's leg, causing it to howl in pain. Enraged, the creature charged towards them, but Kofi stood firm, his silver knife ready. Kofi lunged forward, striking the werewolf's side with precision. The creature staggered, but did not fall. Mubarak, watching his brother's coordinated attacks, saw his chance. With agility and courage, he leaped from the shadows, his spear aimed directly at the werewolf's heart. "Now, Mubarak!" Kofi shouted, creating a final distraction. Mubarak thrust his spear with all his strength. The silver-tipped weapon pierced the werewolf's chest, and the creature let out a final, agonized howl. The brothers watched as the werewolf fell to the ground, its body convulsing before becoming still. Suddenly, the werewolf changed back into a man. Naked, wounded, and weak, the man spoke. "Thank you for freeing me from this curse," he whispered. "But know this, it must now be passed to one of you." The man began to fade away. "Wait," Kofi pleaded. "What are you saying?" "I was one of 3 once, just like yourselves," the man replied. "The villagers treated us like royalty, and we defeated the werewolf just like you have today. On the next full moon, I turned into the monster and took the lives of my brothers. The village elders know this secret." The man coughed up blood and then spoke again, weakly. "The death of the villagers brings prosperity to the village. It is an age-old tradition they follow." "Is there a way to end this?" Chijioke asked. "I would tell you if I knew," the man said with a sad smile. "Do not trust the old woman. She is a witch." With that, the man died, leaving the 3 brothers in shock. Their lives had been a lie all along. The villagers welcomed them with cheers and celebration, but the brothers felt a somber note as they thought about the curse now waiting to be passed on. Hate simmered in their hearts as they looked at the elders with suspicion in their eyes. The question loomed over them: who among them would carry the curse? The answer, hidden in the night, would be revealed at the next full moon. As the old woman watched from a distance, she wondered if the triplets knew the ancient secret. But tonight was a night for celebration, and celebrate the villagers did. Dear tribe members, as the moonlit story unfolds, who do you think will get the werewolf curse? Kofi, the careful older brother, Chijioke, the scholar, or Mubarak, the youngest and most spirited? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching our story, and we hope you enjoyed it. What lessons did you draw from this story? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and be part of the tribe. Thank you for watching The Tales of the Savannah. We will see you next time in the Savannah.